This is so much worse than I thought it was.
We had a sheetrocker lined up to rock this wall and do some skim coating around the unit, but just like us, he's got a full-time job also, and he just could not find the time. He's super busy right now to come here and do our unit. So we're taking on the task of rocking this wall and doing that skim coating. It'll probably take us a little bit longer than it would take him, but we'll get it done and we'll be on to the next project shortly.
Yeah, you played soccer in college, right?
Yeah.
I got a question for you about the offside rule.
Some of the phone calls I get are just absurd. Explain soccer offside? You serious? 11 o'clock on a Sunday? Nuts.
While Kyle works on the sheetrock, I'm going to work on this panel access to the attic. So I'm basically going to frame it out and create a access panel basically, so that if we ever have to do anything, do any work up there, we can just kind of like pop in. So I've never done this by myself before. Usually I'm assisting Kyle, but he gave it to me as a project, so I will try. Ooh, top knots are not good for construction apparently. First things first, measure again, and then cut what I need.
I'll show you a cool trick that I got one time from a builder. So basically I've got a hole that I need to patch in the ceiling over here that's 2 inches by 4 inches. So what I'll do is I'll add an inch on all sides, and this outside paper is what we're gonna keep. So you just transfer this square to the back. So you're gonna score it, and you're gonna leave the inside, and you're gonna pull all the rock away from the outside, but you're gonna leave this outside paper intact. So you can slide it up, and that paper now becomes your tape for that joint, and then you can just spackle it in, and now you got a patch repair. When you're cutting it, I find it the easiest to extend your scores so that you can then bend it backwards, because then you can almost just peel that rock right off of that paper. You gotta do it careful so you don't tear the paper, but right off. All right, man, there you go. So this is the size of your hole. This is now the tape for your patch. And you pop right there and use that as the tape. Spackle it in. This one's gonna have to actually be chopped.
And then the frustrations of renovating started to get to me.
What do you mean?
I don't know, I was excited about this project, and then you're like, just get done, I'm gonna do it, and then you
I didn't say that. I said, do you want me to hold it because it's heavy above your head?
which means you're not doing it right, so
That's not what I said.
This should have sat back more. I know it's on a window, but it's a project I'm working on, and you f***ed it up. It should have sat back more, like there's a whole gap here now, and I know no one's gonna see it, but like, why'd you just shove it up here? What I said, it's not sitting right.
I thought you were talking about up and down. We are true believers that if you're going to do something, do it right. So I took down that trim, we recut it, and rehung it.
Like, I guess that's what I thought we were doing. Well, to be honest, I didn't even think we were doing a one by. I thought this was gonna move over and the action was gonna sit on the trim. Like, I thought the trim was gonna act as the one by.
Communication issues became more apparent. I think this is a perfect example of what happens when a clear goal or vision is not completely discussed.
No, so that's where you're wrong. Okay, so because the plywood's gonna sit on it, but the sheetrock in the center is gonna be sitting lower.
I get what you're saying. Okay.
All right?
It's kind of like the little trick you did over there.
Yeah.
The plywood's the paper.
Correct.
Sheetrock's the sheetrock.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, it's really hard for me to because there's no right way to do this.
Yeah.
This is just we're creating something right here. For you to ask me questions and I'm like, well, there is no right answer. So I don't know. It's much easier for me to look at it and be like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Because this is what makes sense. But unless I'm the one doing it, I don't have the answers for you. No, it is what it is now.
Yeah.
So we now just need to make it work the way it is.
Right.
I think it looks nice the way it is.
Not exactly what we were going for, but we got it done and definitely learned that we need to communicate a little bit more. We were up at my brother's house yesterday for my niece's first birthday, and that was super fun. Had a really good time. And we got a call from one of our tenants at the duplex, our first property, and she let us know that a tree fell in the garage. And fortunately, no one was hurt, but it fell in our garage, and it also fell on the windshield of their car. So I think that was pretty damaged too. It was pretty late last night. They called, the fire department. They came and deemed it okay for the night, so we're heading down there now. So even though the duplex is occupied, we actually kept the garage for ourselves. I mean, I partially feel better that it was our stuff that got damaged and not a tenant's, but our stuff got damaged. Fortunately, since we are working on Big Green, we took the majority of our tools out, at least the big stuff, but we did have a lot in there. You kind of don't realize how much stuff there is until we started making a list and going through it and just kind of writing it down, because we know the insurance company is going to want that. Again, just glad that no one was hurt.
We weren't the only ones with a fallen tree. There was a huge storm that rolled through the night before, and it caused damage all over town.
This is so much worse than I thought it was. Believe it?
I honestly feel like I'm in a Disney ride.
Yeah. This can't be real.
I mean, I know we shouldn't get close, but
Great, how you been? Work good? You guys are busy right now, right? Basically, I got a neighbor's tree. It's the biggest tree in the world. Came down and crushed my detached garage. Just got off the phone with the tree company, and he's gonna try to come out here today, but supposedly this whole area is just covered with down trees, and their schedule is 17 days out. So we're gonna have to call a bunch and see who's available to come over and get this at least out of the yard and off of the garage, so we can start trying to salvage some of the tools that we have in there. We do have,
I don't know if that's possible.
I don't know, we have $2,500, $3,000, somewhere right in there, where the tools in there.
And building material.
And then including building material.
And then personal things, we had our grill and some other stuff like that, some gym equipment. I did not think it was this bad. When they texted us last night and sent a picture in the dark, it just looked like one branch of the tree fell on the garage. It might as well have been the entire tree. This thing is insane.
And the tenant was actually telling us that she was just out here with her dog
like 5 minutes
minutes
before this tree fell down.
I'm just glad no one was hurt, and it only hurt the garage. We had just like some little spots on the house, but nothing major.
No. We'll follow back up after we talk with the tree companies.
Yeah.
And then we've got the adjuster coming out on Monday to, I guess, begin what
The
sort
insurance
of
process.
insurance process.
We've never been through anything like this, so just kind of taking the guidance of the insurance policy claim agent and
And what little research we did do on the
Yeah.
internet, a tree in a neighbor's yard that falls and damages your property does fall under your homeowner's insurance, so the claim has to be filed
Yeah.
under your homeowners, not theirs.
so we'll keep you updated.
He trips over this tiny one, like it's like this big, and he's like, stupid trees, and he's got the tree, he's like strangling the tree. It's this little tiny one. He's like, stupid trees everywhere, and then all of a sudden these like all these giant oak, like pine trees like slide up to him, and he's like, little tiny one of these oaks. Oh, okay.
What show is that?
That's what we're doing. Rocco's Modern Life.
I actually know exactly what episode you're talking about.
It's a great episode.
I did not sleep last night at all. I was like just so paranoid. I've never filed an insurance claim for anything, not a car accident, not like ever. So this was a very new process for me, and I wanted to make sure that I handled it properly.
And when Lauren doesn't sleep, nobody sleeps.
So I basically did a lot of Googling on how insurance processes work, and we used to live in this property. So obviously we had, standard owner occupant and homeowners insurance. And then when we moved out, we were trying to decide if we should get cash value or replacement value coverage. We ended up doing replacement value, which is good because this garage, it was built before we bought the property. It was going to probably need a new roof at some point in the future anyway. So based on my research, if we had done cash value, the insurance company would have taken the value of what it would have been for a new garage and then depreciated our old garage and then only given us that. But because we have replacement value, they're gonna give us as much money as it's going to cost for us to get a new version of what we had. At least that was my understanding. That was some of the things that I did in the middle of the night. The other things I did all night were like, ooh, the stone polishers in there for like concrete countertops. Gotta make sure I add that to the list. It could have been so much worse, but I just feel like 2020 is not anybody's year. Like just the way it's going, it's just piling on. But it's fine, we're dealing with it, and that's the purpose of insurance.
To all our investing couples out there, drop a comment below and let us know when the frustrations of renovating have gotten to you too. In the next episode, we finish painting and lay the floors.
To continue on this journey with us, subscribe to BiggerPockets, like this video, and follow along with us on Instagram at Rentals to Wealth.